This is the final percent. Ooh, I had a little gusto in that one. The final percent. The final percent is right. Today, I'm just doing a bunch of guest spots lately, and I'm thinking of like really interesting people I can bring on my show on how they made it, how they did this, how they were successful, how they get on stage, how they do all this. And there's this guy named Ben Harris. He works with Terry Fator in Las Vegas all the time. He's always on the stage at the Mirage. He is a wonderful artist, a great artist, and we're gonna talk with him today. He's a really good friend of mine, and he is also just one of the most magical people you can find. He's great. So we're gonna give him a call right now and talk to him about what he's up to, and maybe some old past stuff because we know each other from. We did some music together. We'll just say that. Here we go.
Oh, what's up, Greg?
Uh-oh, there he is. We've got Ben Harris on the line. The Ben Harris.
Oh, we live right now. Let's go. What's up, y'all? Jimbo, thanks for having me. This is tight,
dude. Yeah. So I've got a little present for you. Are you ready for this one?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You ready?
Yeah.
I've been looking for some bad ones.
Right there?
You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah. I just don't know, what did you come here for? What did you come here for? That's all I want to ask.
Oh, okay. How about this one?
Damn, those titties big, skinny waist, thick hips. Ooh, I wanna get with that. Shorty right there, the
Business. Yeah.
We've had some fun, man. We've had some fun.
Oh, yeah, that's just a few snippets, too. I was thinking a bunch of times over at your place, over at Woody. Shout out Wood.
Oh, yeah,
man. We was doing it.
Oh, dude, we had
so much fun.
So we've got to, obviously, we're talking, I'll bet you, we just played a song that's like 15 years old or something crazy like that, which is insane to even be able to say. But now, dude, you just had a baby. You're in like the coolest marriage. Like everybody wants, like, you got couple goals going.
Hey, shout out Natalia, young Gap.
Absolutely. You're on stage with Terry Fator. You just bought a house. You're in Las Vegas doing it. You've got your own career. You opened up the glam parlor with your beautiful wife.
Yes.
I mean, come on,
which is doing great.
And so, I mean, you gotta, like, with my podcast, I talk about motivation and inspiration and music and business. I mean, you smashed all of those things together just like I did. So what are some of your secrets, man?
Just, always going for it without ever thinking you got to play by any kind of rules or because someone said this or you have to do that or anything. Just like you. I mean, I was doing it I was doing it all out of necessity. Like, I didn't know about any big dog studios or anything. I just went, got like the cheapest mic, found out how to put my headphones when I was a kid into the microphone jack and record there. So I was just mixing because I just had to.
Yeah, shout out old Green Eyes, right? Shout out.
Yeah, for sure. Back even in high school, Desert Vista, Arizona. But just me and my brother were just doing it, and we didn't even know that you couldn't. Someone like when I hear people like, "Oh, but I don't have money for studio time," or anything, we didn't either. But we didn't even think you had to go there. We just figured out how to do it. We're passing it out. We think it sounds clean. The homies are over recording. They love it.
Yeah.
So nothing was stopping us. So by the time I even went to your place, I'm like, oh my God, this is like the real mic. And man, look at this soundproofing. And ooh, this is nice. But it wasn't like I was like, I would love to just start recording. I had already a bunch of rough sounding mixes, already done. So like I was never making any excuses. And then at ASU, like, yes, I was going to class just enough to pass, I knew who to talk to, who was cool to let me like go to their little study session right before the test, and get the notes and stuff, just doing like the minimum to just do good and pass that. But between the classes is when I was learning the most, networking the most without even knowing it, just because it's what I wanted to do.
And that's
who
you are.
And then I look back like, and then I look back like, oh, me just being who I am and this friendly dude trying to meet people and network and collab with people like you. And then I look back like, oh, that was doing the work. I just thought that was me just doing what I wanted to do instead of just like I have to do this job or this work that I don't want to do. I was already doing it without realizing.
So, dude, that's so cool. And I have to just tell you, man, from the outside looking in, I mean, obviously we know each other and everything, but just like following you, I mean, I'm unbelievably proud of you, man.
Hey, thanks. I'm proud of you too, for sure. I was just talking to Woody right before you called. Yeah, we are just talking about you. Like, yeah, man, he's been doing it. Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, the thing I'm most proud about is all those baskets that you were making on your IG story, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You know I got skills. Gavin's a little mad that he can't use it.
Yeah,
but like, man,
you're going off the glass. You're like literally going off the glass. Like, come on.
Yeah, literally reflection and all.
Dude, so what was it like getting the keys to your first house, man?
Oh man, well actually this isn't our first house, but this is like our first kind of house that we've always kind of wanted to get, up the mountain and everything.
Nice.
After we bought our first house is actually down the street. We're over here in Southern Highlands, Las Vegas. So it's just so exciting because like Natalia was all about that. She had owned a condo, so now we own it, just because we married now. But in AZ she was always like handling her business, just like Glam Parlor. Mm-hmm. So then we were renting, and then my mom had bought a house out here. We were renting from her, and we're like, wait, the money we're spending renting, man, we should just buy a house, and then we can like flip it or like sell it and then get a bigger house. So that all just happened. So it was so worth buying. But it's a great feeling of ownership. That's for sure.
Well, I just remember every time on your IG story, you'd go check on your house and see where it's going. And it was amazing to watch like you really going through that whole process of like getting this like kind of house on the hills, like something that you just really love, and you got your dream place. Like it's amazing to watch, and you did it all through being yourself, being creative, and now
show money.
Dude, like talk about like let's just talk about for a second. You are on stage with like literally one of the top 10 entertainers in the world.
Yeah,
dude.
He's the best. So down to earth, so cool. He worked hard just like us through his whole life. Wasn't getting no shine until he's 42. He got on the TV show. So he's just the homie. He's the best talent I've seen. I don't know how he does it, but it's great to engage with these people and like uplift souls every night, like whether it's kids or just someone just like, just going through it. I just love like making them happy, seeing the look on their face and like, getting excited. Yeah, engaging with the crowd probably my favorite part.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because selfishly back in the day when we were just performing, it's like, look at me, I'm performing, I don't care who's out there, and we killed it. That's right. Yeah. Come holla. But now it's like, no, I want to see your eyes. I want to like make you feel good. I've been doing this my whole life.
Yeah, so, no, you are no stranger to a stage at all. But I mean, just think of. I wish I could go back the 15 years or 17, however long it's been. I have no idea. We've been knowing each other for a long time, but I wish I could say like, hey, just to let you know, like you're gonna be on stage in Vegas like nonstop, and you're gonna like have a beautiful family and a great relationship and a kid. You're gonna own this big ass house, and oh, by the way, you're gonna call one of the top 10 performers in the world your homie. You just said that, right? Hey, that's the homie. Like, that's your life, bro.
Definitely.
That's so cool. That is so cool. So let's talk a little bit about your artistry. What are you doing right now with some of the personal music that you're putting out?
Yes, the personal music is actually this project. I'll tell you the name first. I just thought of it, House of Harris, because it's like going to be this story of everything we just talked about, that feeling, no matter what it is. I remember when I started performing at Barcelona regularly, and I was able to just get my 2-bedroom apartment to put the studio in the other bedroom, and it wasn't in my actual bedroom next to my bed for the first time. That feeling, it's just like, oh, I'm starting to do it off of what I love. So just like it's going to represent that. So that's the project. So yeah, the intro is going to be feel good. I'm going to talk about it. Everyone will be able to relate to whatever you are just starting to own or come into, a family or whatever you're so proud about. But it's going to be like that. I was just actually working on a song today. So I'll send you some stuff as they finish. And then, that's going to be my project. I'll put it probably in a couple months for the summer. And then I just released a song with my homie DJ Shoney out of San Diego, Poseidon. It's making good moves on Spotify, actually. That's probably all because of his followers. Yeah, he made the beat. It's like his song featuring my vocals, basically. Shout out Shoney. So, nice. Yeah, it's making moves.
Dude, that's awesome. So with all these young artists and the people who are going through my school and they're trying to make whether it's ends meet or just make moves or go to the next level, what are some of the things that you just tell them to look out for or tell them to do? What's kind of your top 3 things, man?
The main thing I would just say, everyone is just a human being. It's not robots are kind of taking over, but they're not the ones making these decisions, sitting in these meetings and sitting behind the chair where you're thinking it's just this big organization. I remember walking around campus blindly while I was working at Channel 8. Remember on campus?
Oh, yeah.
And in between while I'd play a show, I was able to walk around like Barney was an hour, so I'd walk around. And, I would see these shows on Hayden Lawn, but I'm like, okay, someone has to be able to where is this person or these people I talk to? They're just humans. They're just cool people, I'm sure. So I finally found the office. I walked there every day, walked up like, hey, Ben, I know you're trying to perform. Hey, and then finally they're like, hey, we got this opening actually. You want to perform at Hayden Lawn? I was like, oh, see, because I was just talking to the people when you would think, oh, I can't do that. And that was before social media or anything. That was like just me literally walking around up to the people. So now it's the same mentality. Yeah, you can DM, reach out. They're just people doing their thing. I'll hit up, I'm always trying to get stuff in TV and film,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I finally got through to the people just by being cool, not overboard or annoying, but just being cool. Comment just on the picture when you really want to comment, ooh, tight studio, something I would say to you. Oh, I see y'all, nice dinner. Not just hey, play my song, it should be good on your TV show. So just understand if you're just in a group or a party and you're going over just mingling, you could treat anyone like that. And you can get through to them, and you can make it happen without feeling you have to go through this big corporation or whatever.
So some of the things that I'm hearing from you is when you were talking about you going on stage in Vegas and doing everything that you're doing. I mean, you're talking about connecting with the people, and then exactly what you just said is hey, everyone's just a human being, and you're just going and connecting with people.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, you're like a master connector. You should change your rap name to Young Dot Connector or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably my India. I used to live in Indiana, with my mom, and just a small town, cornfields everywhere, all that. So I can't even walk by a person and not be like, hey, what's up, or at least give them a head nod.
Yeah.
Out of respect to my wife and just not trying to be a creeper. If it's just a hot girl or something, I'm not just going to talk to them. But anyone else, like an old lady. No, for real, because back at the Mirage, I'm always walking in these long-ass hallways. I got to pass all the employees, a janitor, anything. I'm like, oh, what's up? They're just all my homies, basically, and it's just the same. And I can't just not talk to someone or, be cool with someone.
Yeah,
I feel rude just with my head down.
And the funny thing is you've always been that way. You've always wanted to connect with people and talk with people. And I remember the very first time I met you and I had you come over to the studio. You and I were both working with Woody, and I think you were doing a song for that girl named J Note or something like that. And
yes, I definitely remember.
And
you were like J Note's homie, and
yeah. And so I
remember. That's what I'm saying. I was networking with y'all.
Well, and the thing that was crazy to me, and so I remember back in the day, because I've always had kind of a studio and I'm doing my thing and whatever, but I just thought it was so always, yeah, that's just me. The very first thing that I do, if I get a house or if I get an apartment or if I get just a place to put my head, the first thing I do is, okay, where am I putting the studio?
Listeners, listen to this. He always had the flyest studio in town. Oh, damn, always. But go ahead, though.
Well, I remember because you were making some serious moves throughout Phoenix, and I remember feeling so honored that you came over to my studio. I legitimately, I was
honored to be up in the Big Dog studio.
I think that it's crazy to think that. What you just said, hey, people are just people. And then we both had so much mutual respect for one another. And then now we're talking 15 or 17 years later about, oh, wow, you remember? That's crazy. And now we're married and we got houses and we got businesses and we're entrepreneurs. And it's just an amazing time.
Yeah. So I guess if you're just a good person, you're going to do good.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be good. And good people will eventually link up.
All right. Well, so before I let you go, you've got to tell me what is. So I mean, I know that what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas, but
For sure.
what is the craziest thing that you have ever seen in Vegas? Whether you were performing, whether you were just walking down the street, whether it was an event, like what was like the most like you're like I cannot believe this is going down right now.
Oh man, it'd just be too much. Like I avoid the strip. Like once you live here long enough, you find ways. I don't even see the actual strip unless I like have to, or I got people in town. But just people watching on the strip is just crazy. And then when I was like visiting and first moved here, I thought I could hang like and go out and stuff. But it's crazy to see there's a whole nother world that starts when you think everyone's going to sleep and goes all night, like Dre's and all the old school stuff. That was crazy. I'm like, damn, it's noon. I thought we were just leaving. Like, it's bright as hell. Like, what's going on? I can't do this. Like, Arizona was not like that. So, yeah, now I just stay off the strip and handle my business.
So that's just it's a different level of partying there.
Yeah, there is for sure. But shout out Vegas, though. That's why people come here. So
Yeah.
keep coming.
Well, yeah, and it's I mean it's legitimately world renowned for just the place to have a party.
Yeah, they was handing sunglasses on the way. I was like, what are these? Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
That is so crazy. So any other big things that you've got going on that you wanna talk about or you wanna share? Any are you buying another house? Are you starting another business? What's going on?
Yeah, like actually custom theme songs I'm going to be doing just because I already do them. So like people when they have bottle presentations in the club, they
That's
the
cool.
club hits me up and it's like if someone's like a big CEO or has all this money because obviously you're about to spend like a lot of racks in the club, they want them to feel good. So when they're bringing out the bottle with the waitresses and the lights and stuff, then like a song plays and they're like, what? This is about me. And so like that, but then it can go anywhere, kids' birthdays, whatever. And just using all my abilities that I already like doing and then just turning into different businesses, basically. And then my mixtape this summer that I'm excited about. And my wife's business is doing great. She has a glam parlor, and now the lashes are selling on Amazon, which is great. So,
Wow, that's
yeah, that's
awesome.
what's going on.
So you just like in another 15 years, you guys are just going to be the moguls of Vegas.
Hey, yes, that sounds great. If not sooner.
Dude,
Not sooner, but for
I would
sure.
not put it past you, man. I would not put it past you. That is so cool. Do we have any more kiddos that we're thinking about that might be on the way?
No, but I would definitely let you and my parents know right away. If you ask it. But no, I'll let you know. And congrats to everything you got going on too.
Dude,
very proud.
Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, like I always said, anytime that you and the family want to come out, we'd love to have you stay with us, and we'd love to record and just do anything to help out and just be a part of what you've got going on. But we wish you all the best. What are the best ways to contact you if someone's in Vegas and they need to get some services done? How do we get to Glam Parlor? How do we get your IG? How do we get your music?
Yeah, Instagram is just at Glam Parlor, GLAMPARLOR, Glam Parlor. Then at Ben Harris, DM us. I always reply to that. That'd be first, and then just hit me up on the Instagram at Ben Harris. I have benharrismusic.com and everything, but if you just want to hit me up real quick, DM me. It's basically like a text, so I'll be able to see it, reply right away.
Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on to the podcast, and we will definitely.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
Absolutely. Nice catching up, buddy.
We got to collab again, too.
Oh, we got to do that soon. Soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Because, I mean, literally, what did you come here for?
Exactly.
All right, brother. Well, you take care,
right,
and thanks again, man.
All right, you too. Thanks. All right, peace.
Well, there you have it. That's Ben Harris, who's literally calling. I think we looked it up, and from a comedian standpoint, Terry Fator is like number 3 of the most paid. The people ahead of him were like Jerry Seinfeld and Kevin Hart or something. So, I mean, I'm telling you, Ben is one of the most magical people. He's amazing. Certainly follow him. Certainly reach out to him. Certainly, if you're in Vegas, shoot him a DM. Say, hey man, get me in that Terry Fator show. So just honestly, shout out him and his family and Glam Parlor. What they're doing is great. They're true business people. They're living the life. They're having fun, and honestly, we did that song back in the day, the whole what'd you come here for? And if you think about life in that fashion, what did you come here for? I mean, he's living proof of why we're supposed to be on this planet. He makes a difference. He has fun. He does what he loves. He connects with people. He connects people. And I'm just excited for everything that he's got going on. I'm honored that he came on to the show. And thank each and every one of you for listening. And also, instead of ending with the normal final percent today, I think it would be very, very appropriate if... I've been looking for some bad. Thank you so much. This has been
The Final Percent.
The Final Percent.
I wanna get, huh? I wanna get, huh?